Emotional speech. Man with long hair. Barefoot with a firewood knife. This is the norm in a solitary rainforest. This little brother in front of you will start today. He embarked on a one-year journey to live alone and survive. I call him Longhair. The road to survival has just begun. The long-haired brother has already felt thirsty. The sturdy rattan that can be seen everywhere is cut off with a few knives. Natural flow of fresh water. Not only can you drink it directly, it can also replenish the elements required by the body. For this brand new and unfamiliar territory, all the resources that can be found in front of you. Make full use of yourself. The little one is loyal to the bush. Cut off the branches on the side. Peel off the hard skin. Tree fishy and bamboo trunk. Can be used as a shock when there is no food. Fresh and crisp taste. Chew in the mouth. It won't be hard to swallow. Collect enough dry tree trunks. Or dead bamboo. And I found a thick piece of dead wood. Cut it on both sides separately. Until a raised angle is formed. This would be something that would be used to make a fire. The debris on the surface of the dried bamboo pole scraper can be regarded as a fire dragon. The middle of the two bamboo poles is filled with fire dragons. Plant firmly on the treated tree trunk. Crazy friction before and after. Don't look at Rapunzel. But the bones are covered in meat. It is worthy of being single for 40 years. After a while, the Kung Fu fire dragon was successfully ignited. With a fire that gives you a sense of security, Longhair will continue to search nearby resources that can help you survive. A slowly flowing mountain spring. The stream is not far away. Where there is water, there is food. Dig up a few live earthworms. Longhair will demonstrate the most primitive fishing technology, with fine rattan, straight through the body of the earthworm, looking for small branches. Combination fixed small dried fish for toddlers only. Who says you can't catch fish without a hook? Today's Longhair will be displayed in detail. The banana leaves are folded over each other as a means of dress. Come to the stream. You just stick the lever deep into the water. These flexible fish, it's like seeing news. They follow the worms. With the speed of a single hand. That's a mention. As long as it is fast enough, before the fish can react. It was directly thrown into the banana leaves. Almost caught. Find 2 twigs. And they split in the middle. Arrange the fine fish neatly one by one. 2 exquisite wilderness fish skewers are complete. Bake continuously on the fire. Waiting time, go and pick some fresh young leaves as a match. It only takes 10 minutes. 2 strings of fragrant long-haired grilled fish. The fragrance will hit the nose. Use banana leaves as table mats. A young leaf wraps a grilled fish. Chew one bite at a time. Freshness is also an instant to capture the taste buds. Completely full. This is the first day of tomorrow. Longhair decides to indulge. Sleep directly on this deadwood tonight. The morning sun shines on the babbling stream. Early morning cold. Still makes Longhair feel a little cold. It seems that without temporary shelter, the swana still doesn't work. Besides, sleeping naked in the wild, it's too dangerous. He decided to build a temporary home first. Bamboo is the easiest to obtain. Is the best choice at the moment. Sufficient length can be well utilized. Bend directly from the middle. Only 2 are needed. Determines the general shape of the shelter. And I want to make it stronger. On the side. Additional additions are required to measure. Thoroughly bundled and fixed. And fan-shaped brown mud. And the fluid just needs to be laid bit by bit from the top. One has basic shelter. Temporary landing place for sun and rain protection functions. Completed. Still the same operation. Hand fishing rod made of earthworms. Only this time to capture. It is indeed a more delicious existence than Western fish. That is the mountain spring crab hidden in the crack of the stone. Catching them is much easier than fishing. Just place the bait in the crack. As long as the crab catches the earthworm, won't let go, or gently fighting in front of the stone crack. The crabs will chase after themselves. After a full dive, just drag it out. After more than an hour of searching, the number of 6 or 7 is completely sufficient. All stuffed into bamboo tubes. Into the sweet spring. Simmer on the fire sauce for half an hour. Wait for the water to boil in time. All poured on banana leaves to cool. The color of golden. It's delicious at first glance. However, the long-haired brother can't handle so much. Such delicious spring water was unloaded into his mouth. As stubborn as being in a blender. Stubborn with no shell left. Longhair like a beauty out of prison in the morning. Lazily enjoying the warmth of the fire. I almost forgot that I was still in the wilderness to survive. When I come back to my senses, just quickly started the next action. The bamboo forest at the top of the cliff was cut down. 2 righteous hairy masters. He's going to weave 2 fishing nets. Continue to catch the fine fish in the mountain spring. Yesterday's 2 bunches of small grilled fish. I still can't get enough of it. Treat the bamboo slices carefully, leaving only the outer skin part. 3 compiled parts are put together. The base that forms the entire fish basket. And then we use the cross-weaving technique. Stacked on top of each other. And it's just finished. A long-haired person at this time has already felt hungry. After all, today's breakfast and lunch have not been resolved yet. Just wander around. Isn't there such a sentence? There is no shortage of food in the world. All that's missing is the eyes to find food. Little wild frogs hiding under dead leaves and crevices of rocks. It was easily discovered by him. Today he will be the target of the hunt. Gently close. Quick grab. Get it. Although the little frog is not big, but it looks very fresh. This is a great material for barbecuing. Cut the bamboo sticks into pieces from the middle. It can be used as a natural binding material. If you catch one, just tie one up. It is convenient to carry and prevent frogs from escaping. Keep looking for this diving area. There is often hiding in the cracks next to the stone. Just reach in and take it out. Half an hour of searching. The limbs are enough to impact and clean. Neatly arranged. It's ritual. And it doesn't have to be peeled off. Full of collagen can't be wasted in vain. Bake on the fire. Half an hour of waiting for fresh and tender inheritance. Look at this golden color. And the meat of the cube bomb in the hand. Entrance is a pleasure. I'm full. Longhair has to go on to finish knitting. The morning comes again. Longhair is not in a hurry to put away the fish cage. He took up the bamboo again. To make a rope out of bamboo, come to the rock wall. He's going to set up a few traps to catch mountain rats. After all, it is easy to be malnourished if you always eat parallel imports. Branches insert into the ground. Bend into an arch, then use 2 longitudinal ones as fixed bamboo skins. One end of the rope is attached to the ejected branch. The other end is made into a round trap and is firmly stuck. And finally, the horizontal branch that triggers. Put a few strings on it. As long as a mountain rat passes by and touches it, it will be ejected immediately. Longhair took another 2 hours. There are many ichthyosaurs placed around. It has been placed for a long time. It should be collected after the fact. Pick it up. The first one can be vaguely seen through the gap. There is indeed a harvest. The second one is the same. I really didn't expect it. Just 2 little ichthyosaurs. Solved the dinner problem with Longhair. Go back to the store and pour out all the harvest. About 20 or so. Ordered sequence number. Another exquisite skewer. 10 minutes later. Burnt fish. Even with the eyes. You can also feel its freshness. Wrap it all in leaves and put it in your mouth. Look at the expression of Longhair enjoying. The food in the jungle is much more than that. Over the next few days, Longhair has gradually adapted to the life of survival. Huge fresh snails carefully searched. I also collected dozens of large and small. No cleaning required. Put it directly on the fire. The juice contained in it. The fresh meat inside can be easily cooked. Smash the shell. Eat in one bite. Tender cube bullets are chewy. However, in addition to this, he found another place. Tree trunks containing insect burrows. Climb to the top of a tree and block all possible escape exits. Then go back to the main hole. Stuff the hole with leaves. To reduce the distance between the holes, put in a small bamboo cage woven in advance for dressing up. Just put the fireboard in it. The heat of an open flame will directly shoot down insects hidden in the depths. Take out the bamboo cage. Just this once. Enough quantity has been harvested. And then the bottom one slips through the net. Take it all out. This will be another rich protein supplement. Wear them one by one with bamboo sticks. The shape of a beautiful insect. It looks like a cricket, but it doesn't seem to be the whole 6 strings. It only takes 10 minutes to bake. Sitting on a stone, bodily functions. Due to the intake of so much protein. And is completely activated. This is a serious wilderness barbecue. Longhair is already in this initial area. Spent a week. The last meal before leaving. Longhair took a fancy to the slender, little things that live underwater. The screw grew in such a clear mountain spring. They're almost parasite-free. After collecting enough numbers, go to the stream. Remove the sharp screen one by one. The purpose of this, of course, in order to be able to smoke better in the end, all packed into bamboo tubes. The heat of an open flame will make these screws surrounded by mountain spring water. Complete sublimation. Half an hour later. This is the moment to enjoy delicious food. Nourishing, freezing in one bite. After eating the last meal of spring water screw meat, Longhair is leaving this place of origin. He's going deep into the jungle. There will be more abundant survival resources. This is an area in the middle of the bushes. It is very suitable for building a temporary home. Cut down the surrounding weeds. Bamboo is still the main material for this construction. You build the outline. The connection should be tied firmly with bamboo skin again. The remaining bamboo poles are all split in the middle. Remove the internal bamboo joints. And then weave it into the shape of a bamboo mat. This can be done at one time. The whole wall is built around. As you can see, the space of the residence is not very large. A morning of delicate operations, and the whole process is nearing completion. And for the laying of the roof, of course, it is still necessary to focus on defense. Find enough fans. Finally liquid. The mutual superposition of 2 or 3 layers and the built-in drainage. The shape has fully met the requirements. Small sparrows. It also needs to be complete. Make a small door with easy opening and closing out of bamboo pieces. Find in small windows with poles of the same style. And then finally, there's a vacated one on the side. A small woodshed where dry wood can be placed. It will also be very convenient to use. This is an exquisite wilderness bamboo house. Just complete the construction. However, yesterday was a busy day. Longhair didn't take a bite, after exhausting the last of his strength. Finally raised the fire. He's going to start making traps. This brand new stranger. Wild rats in the area. It will be delicious. Trigger designed through concentrate. One is specifically designed to capture mice, or a squirrel's trap. It has been made. A total of 3 Longhair were made. This is absolute confidence in yourself. Come to a completely dead. By the hollow tree trunk inside. There must be mice passing by here. Lay the trap. And blocked with leaves next to it. Passages that may pass through. The second trap. Longhair chooses to be placed under a big tree. The smell of residue through the soil. He judged. There are often wild landscapes here. All traps have been set. Longhair returned to the residence. However, only after a midday nap. He decided to go check it out. A trap that has just been set. Probably too hungry. The last trap set is alright. Did not set off. It seems likely to go home empty-handed, but the heavens are merciful. There's a catch here in the hollow trunk. And she's in great shape. Return to the residence, a total of 2 systems of harvest. 1 big and 1 small. Burning body hair on the fire. Clean up carefully. A skewer made of bamboo sticks. The fiery fire is about to turn them into delicious for an hour. It is also a torment for Longhair. Finally mature. External coke and linen. Longhair should sit in the house and taste it carefully. Close your eyes and enjoy the fragrance filling your mouth. Let's see who can resist this tender meat. 10 minutes no. The 2 wild mountain rats have all eaten up. I can finally sleep well tonight. A new day is coming. The Longhair that always sleeps above the ground already feel obvious back pain. He wants to make a bed hard enough to lie down. Trunk base for vacating. The bamboo poles are neatly arranged as the bed surface. Both ends are pressed and tied firmly. A simple bed has been completed. Here we go. But also to be able to hunt large game. Prepare in advance. Pick a sturdy tree trunk. Cut both ends thin first. After more than an hour of hacking, the approximate shape has been formed. After careful finishing, a thick middle. The slightly narrower arches at both ends are complete. And for the production of bowstrings, the bark needs to be completely cleaned. And you rub it really hard to make the annulus. Finally, by twisting 3 strands into one, braid it into bundles, press the arch hard, and fix both ends firmly. Certainly. The production of sword feathers is relatively simple. Bamboo fiber nitrate tip. Brown fish liquid is made into thread tails by bundling. A complete set of hunting tools. It's taking shape. Pull the bow and shoot at a distance of more than 10 meters. Hit the target accurately. Such a force penetrates the fur of animals without question. Even if the question cannot be directly killed, that can also cause serious damage. The coming of the 3rd day, the Longhair continues to enter the jungle, looking for clues. Through the smell left in the soil. He's going to be here. In setting up another guillotine-style trap. As long as a mouse or squirrel passes through the bottom and touch the horizontal value, will trigger immediately. There was no escape. By the fallen dead tree. On the way back to the residence at the 2nd location, gather some more firewood and bring it back. After all, when you sleep at night, no protection from open flames. Still very dangerous. A night of waiting. The trap has been triggered. A wild goat weighing around 2 tails has been firmly suppressed by the stalk of fate. But a bigger surprise is yet to come. A giant fur rat weighing nearly a caddy. The side of the body lies under the trap. Such a position. It should be after triggering the trap. Trying to escape. Burn the body hair and clean the internal organs. All on the smoking grill above the fire. Go to the jungle and dig for a fresh banana tree. The skin of the mountain mouse at this time is already a little crispy. Take the smaller ones. Chop all into pieces. In addition to epidermal collagen, the rest is all surprise lean meat. Then use plantain tree hardwork as a side dish. They're all mixed together in a bamboo tube. Half an hour of steaming. A tender and chewy dinner. It can completely supplement the body's consumption. The early morning forest has just finished light rain. Today's Longhair. I want to expand it again. Their own normal living space. A long bamboo cut through the gap. The upper and lower 2 crosses are interspersed. Then tie the fixed corners separately. In order to make the overall structure more firm. Then use bamboo slices to fix 2 tails. So, the base of a parasol has been made. Got these huge fan-shaped brown fish leaves. Lay the outer edge of the hole. The extra part is undergoing simple trimming. A relaxing getaway rich in Hawaiian style. Parasols. Completed. With such an umbrella. How can there be a lack of cheer repairing soup? Several stout tree trunks. The ground cuts a matching gap. Tight binding strong. The tail end is also handled in the same way. And then it's fixed with shorter crossbars. A stable triangle. That's the trick to making recliners. And then finally, another triangular trunk. It goes through the inside. Bind and fix the intersecting positions. Such a lie that you never have to worry about breaking down. The chair is done. Roughly shaped. Finally, arrange the branches tightly. As a Longhair, the whole person sits on it. Close your eyes. You can enjoy the tranquility of this deep mountain ancient forest. But now is not the time to enjoy. After all, the problem of eating today has not been solved yet. He wants to make a special hunting jungle. The naughty squirrel's trap. Find a bamboo joint with enough convexity. Clean the inside with branches and leaves. To keep the inner wall smooth. Then 2 bundles up and down are cut out of the bamboo tube. There should be a certain width for the upper notch. And the middle one has to go back and forth. They each serve a different purpose. Tie small pieces of bamboo to small branches, through the hole in the middle. And the other end. It should be fastened into the gap on the upper side. Let the whole bamboo piece hold a certain face. Finally, near the bottom of the bamboo joint. Then cut a long longitudinal gap. The other side is also connected. Purpose. It is to keep the bamboo tube sufficient. The most crucial step. Tie a curved bamboo slice on the outer wall of the bamboo tube. Don't lift your bent head. It's on little pieces of bamboo. Such a delicate closed trap. The trap is complete, as long as the squirrel burrows into the bamboo tube, and touch the tiny bamboo pieces inside. It will trigger the curved bamboo pieces tied to the field. Seal the gap immediately. The prey inside can't turn around and can't get out. Then it can only be captured obediently. Pick a few wild fruits from the forest and put them in it. As bait, a natural passage formed by several dead bamboo poles. It's a powerful positioning. Same thing with fallen trunks. After all, mischievous little squirrels don't like the ground very much, and always like to walk between tree trunks. After a night of waiting, it's time to check out the traps. The snare wheel on the bamboo pole is not moved. Did not trigger. But Longhair is not worried. After all, there is another place. Sure enough, the original upturned bamboo slices. The wind has blocked the whole of the bamboo. This shows that there are already gluttonous little guys trapped in bamboo tubes, through the gaps on both sides of the bamboo tube. As you can see, it is indeed a little squirrel. This will also be the first time Longhair has tasted this piece. Squirrel game in the area. Carefully clean the skewers made of bamboo slices. Half an hour of waiting. Burnt crispy charcoal roast. The little squirrel can finally enjoy his meal, sitting under your own Hawaiian-style parasol. They let the deliciousness hit their own baking cavity. Boil a bucket of slightly sweet spring tea. It seems that only tea tasting is the ultimate truth. Ming, see here, it's already suspicious. Is Longhair a survival or a vacation? However, the following operation. It strengthened my judgment. The thin bamboo strips are carefully treated. It can be used as a rope. Tie a small branch in the middle. Looking for just ripened wild mountain fruits. Come to the banana tree. Insert a branch with its own fork into the trunk. The wildfire is located below the right ear. Long branches serve as ejected grains. Be bent to the maximum extent. Tie the branches with a rope. The twig tied in the middle gets stuck in the middle. For fixing. As long as a bird falls, stay above the horizontal trunk. Will be punished immediately. The trap of the trap. It will directly tie the paw of the bird. There are 6 or 7 places in total for the Longhair this time. After all, the spirit bird is too small. If there is not enough quantity, you must be hungry. What would it be like to wait for the harvest all night? Uneasy Longhair. Go to view the trap. The first trap. A bird has been firmly trapped. After the conclusion, the trap will be reset. As long as Noye exists, he can run indefinitely. The same goes for the second trap. Then comes the third place. Everywhere there is a harvest. And the fourth trap. But let this hunt. Here comes an unexpected small gap. The trapped forest birds are still alive. Very, very rare. Longhair, seeing this scene, suddenly had another idea. He wants to keep the bird in captivity. After all, living alone is too boring. Finally handle enough small bamboo sticks. Superb knitting skills are the first pet after all. The director of every detail is very attentive. After more than 2 hours of patient operation, a near-perfect birdcage finally took shape. I have to. The knitting skills of Longhair, even among peers. That must be the best existence. Look at this woven memory. That's really nothing to say. Put the bird into the cooked spring. And the bird seemed to instantly enter the role.